How's it hanging, fellas? I'm OrosZ, and this is another episode of Monster Hunter Wilds, and in today's episode... This fucking pose is so dumb. By the way, can you hear this? Can you hear the little wind chime? That's because I have a wind chime attached to my weapon. It's pretty cool that it makes a sound, actually. It's quite well animated when you look closely at it. Also, last episode we defeated the Mizutsune, which is a DLC monster that was... well, not a DLC. It's a monster that's been added in an update, which is pretty fucking awesome, and... yeah, it was added in an update. It's quite tough. It's a water-based monster. It shoots out bubbles. Oh, my kitty's so freaking cute. Sleeping next to me. It shoots out bubbles, and we're gonna fight it again this episode, so we're gonna see what it is. And the armor set from the Mizutsune is... well, I've seen a lot of female characters wear it because it's pretty adorable with the hoodie. Though I gotta say, it looks kind of cool even without the hoodie. I'm not sure if it's the kind of armor set I would actually wear as GZB. What about the male version of it? Oh no, fuck yeah, this is something I've been talking about. But man, that's like another, like, really Japanesey looking armor set. I mean, look at this one. Another fucking Japanesey looking one. Same with this. There's also the... where is it? Not this one. Not the Raffian one. The Odogoran one. The big scary doggo. Also looks quite... well, maybe not this one, but... yeah, this one. Looks kind of Japanesey, right? Well, I mean, there's already enough variety for armor sets in this game. I mean, this one looks post-apocalyptic, so fucking... it's like made out of metal and fur. So there's plenty of armor sets for everybody to enjoy. If you want to look like some kind of Conan the Barbarian, you can. If you want to look like some kind of Mad Max Road Warrior motherfucker, you can. If you want to look like some kind of, I don't know, King Knight from Shovel Knight cosplay, you can. Plenty of different costumes to go with. If you want to look like a fucking idiot, you can. If you want to look like a fucking Dragon Knight, you sure can. If you want to look like a fag, you also can. And we unlocked the... oh, what's this? My switch axe. Yo, gotta upgrade. Hell yeah. Best iron axe possible, that's nice. What's this? The bone axe at 700 damage? Hell yeah. Maybe I'll finally use it at some point. The Shagma axe? 700 damage? Yeah, but I'll stick to this one for now. My god, it's got like way more damage, but... even the bone axe is better, slightly, but it is. Yeah, but I think the Mitsu... oh, what's that? Lala Barina gave us a new axe. What? Yeah, I wanna upgrade.
Look good.
What's cool about it, I used the Lala Barina axe before, remember? But the final version of the Lala Barina armor for some reason has a different texture, and none of the other axes do that, which is actually kind of interesting. That's the Ian Kutku armor, I mean weapon. That's the dinosaur one. A Raffian, Rafflos. That's a mystery one. And we have a Mizutsune. It's got like a banner that says something in Japanese. It's very shiny, damn. I don't know if I'm gonna wear the Mizutsune armor. I might wear it. I mean, it looks kind of fucking dope, so I might actually wear it at some point. So yeah, I'll probably have to go with the weapon, right? It seems to have one more upgrade to it, so for now the weapon is worse than the one I use, but might be better later. What about Palico equipment out of the Mizutsune? That's pretty cool. Little pink outfit with a little umbrella weapon. And there's also this silly fucking butterfly outfit. It's the Blossom Dance. See, there's like the paper mache outfit, which is from this holiday update, and there's also this one. So everybody got like 2 armor sets.
Now that's a good choice.
For this event, which is pretty generous, gotta say. Oh, look at this fucking person with the big ass lance. What you reading? Oh, nothing, okay.
Right.
Great. So, since we've beaten the Mizutsune, we now have a quest to hunt down the Mizutsune. Let's go. Let's go and do it. Look, it's happening late at night during the plenty. Do you think I could maybe, like, once the Mizutsune runs away, do you think I could use that to finish up my other quest? You know, with the Wudwuds and Alma's searching for glasses. That was another quest that was added in the same update as the Mizutsune. So, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if that works. I got a feeling it won't work. I don't know. Something tells me it just ain't gonna work. But it's nighttime during the plenty. Let's see if by going to Mizutsune we're gonna be anywhere near the Wudwud's hideout. I got a feeling we ain't, but we might be passing by their hideout. I kinda can't remember where it is though. Yeah, I was talking about how it's kinda weird that later today, well, by the time you watch this video it's gonna be old news, but for me it's later today, Gearbox will have its own exclusive state of play just to talk about Borderlands' gameplay and its characters. What's up, Raffian? How are you doing? And it's really strange because they never fucking worked this closely with PlayStation, I'm pretty sure. But what changed that? What's the deal? Is like Borderlands 4 gonna receive some exclusive PlayStation content? I don't really get it, but I don't know. And you know what? I've been having so much fucking fun replaying Borderlands 3. I don't even care that the villains are kind of not as good as Handsome Jack. Like, obviously they're not Handsome Jack. You know what the problem is with Borderlands 2 story? Is that, like, it just somehow happened that Borderlands 2 has a really good story, while Borderlands 1 has barely any story. And then Borderlands 3 has like a whatever story. It's just they gotten really lucky that Borderlands 2 had a really good story and a really good villain. And they just simply cannot recreate that stroke of luck. It's like lightning in a bottle type thing, right? With Handsome Jack. It's very hard to recreate. And the Timekeeper, the guy who's supposedly gonna be the villain in Borderlands 4, well, I'm gonna predict that he's just gonna be a passable villain. He's not gonna be lame, just like the Calypso twins were. I mean, the Calypso twins aren't lame, it's just that the whole aesthetic of them being streamers and influencers makes sense in the lore, and I actually kind of like it. But just like, I like the idea, it's the execution I'm not a fan of. And I think the reason for that is because the voice actors are just not convincing that they are these obnoxious internet personalities. Like with Troy, I kinda can believe that, because at least he can actually, I don't know, it's just something about his delivery that sells me more on the idea that he's a annoying, all full of himself internet celebrity. But Tyrene just doesn't give that energy. I was even thinking maybe they should have actually hired some YouTubers to do voice acting. I think it would have made sense this time around. Instead of when they hired a YouTuber to voice fucking Kiryu in Yakuza 8. That made no fucking sense. That's Mizutsune, by the way. Oh, I think it's got its own unique music. Mizutsune is actually quite difficult. Last episode I gotten close to dying plenty of time, and the bubbles are hard to dodge. And some of them have fire effects, so if you get hit by a fire bubble, you explode. Stop, I don't want to shower. I want to get some help. So yesterday, after I was done recording and doing like challenges in Monster Hunter, right? I finished watching the first season of Adventure Time. And man, it's such a good cartoon. It really is my favorite cartoon of all time. But I need to rewatch it to remind myself of it. Because I haven't seen it in a really long time. Arena came over. Oh shit. Drop the fucking rock on its head. Who fucking... Oh, Lalabarina can paralyze. I forgot about that. That's why the Lalabarina sword was so cool when I had it. Because it could paralyze enemies. I finally dropped the rock on its head. It worked. There was more debris to throw on his head. Oh Jesus.
Hey, get out of there.
Oh shit. Well, last episode I didn't faint it during this fight, but yeah, he is kind of fucking unpredictable and his movements are very quick and snappy. Oh look, we're in a new camp.
Are you alright?
Can I fast travel while hunting a monster? Can I go to the What village really quickly? Look, we got plenty of time to kill the...
My glasses.
We got plenty of time to kill Mizutsune, but we don't have plenty of time to fucking look for Rama's glasses. Let's see if I can do this while on a mission. Supposedly what you need to do is go up here during the plenty and the Wadwas are having a party. And yeah, I should have been able to speak to them. I mean, I am able to speak to them, but are they gonna tell me where the Wadwad I'm looking for is? I don't think they're gonna do that. I think what's supposed to happen is that they're gonna ask me for like items to give them in exchange for information. Or something like that, so yeah, I guess it's not gonna work during a mission. That sucks. Could have handled two matters at the same time. So, yeah. Finished Adventure Time Season 1. I don't really... Sometimes when I like watch something, I like to watch 1 or 2 episodes at a time. And they talk about them in my episode just so they kind of stay better in my head. But here, I kind of binge-watched everything, and I'm already like halfway through Season 2 as well. And you know what? Even for Season 1, it does have all these like... I can see that each episode is trying to explore something, such as friendship between Finn and Jake, what it means to be a hero, what should hero expect, like to be... how should heroes expect to be treated by others just for, you know, helping out. There's that entire episode where Finn gets turned into a foot because he tried to help a wizard, but he wanted something cool in exchange for helping him. And I guess the whole lesson, or what it should be, is that you shouldn't help others expecting something in return. Wait, why is he, like, affected by something? I didn't put any effects on him, did I? You know, my weapon is dealing water damage, same as him, but I never really seen it apply to any monsters. Like, ultimately, at the end of the episode, it's revealed that the lesson learned is that Magic Man, or Magic Dude, or whatever, is just an asshole. And that's the lesson, and that you shouldn't help him because he's a dick. But, you know, the real lesson is that you shouldn't help people expecting to get stuff in return. You should just do selfless acts. There's an episode with the, like, Thief City, But the funniest thing about rewatching this is that I get so many flashbacks all of a sudden to when Adventure Time was just announced on Cartoon Network, and I remember these ads with a wizard reading a story. Like a wizard reading a book. No, I didn't dealt any damage to him, but I did threw him over, so that's cool, I guess. When Adventure Time was just announced, and there was like an upcoming show, there were these ads on Cartoon Network with a wizard sitting on a chair reading a story out of a book. And I vividly remember, like, oh, this scene was included in the trailer, and this scene was included in the trailer. And I all of a sudden remember all these strange things that I usually don't, because why would I remember what scenes were included in the trailer for the first season of Adventure Time? And also something I noticed with Season 2 is that Season 2 has a lot more of like Finn and Jake having like really funny looking proportions sometimes. Like sometimes Finn straight up looks like a square, while Jake's looks like a circle a lot of the time. In Season 1 they tried to keep their proportions a bit more consistent, right? Finn was more like leaning, and he looked more like a rectangle with his hat. Very simple design, I love that about those characters too. The best thing about simple design is that when a kid is into the cartoon, it's easier for the kid to draw the character. So I've probably never been a fan of anime as a kid because it's complicated designs. But Adventure Time has such a fucking appeal. I love what it, like how effortlessly Adventure Time seems to be just building its lore. And even like some of the dumbest characters in the background, some candy people, end up having some really interesting lore down the line. But you know what? Speaking of Adventure Time and its lore and expanded universe, I guess, there are some Adventure Time video games. And honestly, after watching so much Adventure Time, I might actually play them. And funny story I have with an Adventure Time video game actually is that a while back I did a gameplay and such out of a game called Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations. Can you please get paralyzed? For fuck's sake, I'm just chilling. Alright. And I did a gameplay and such out of that game a long time ago, back on PS4. And that game, I don't know, I guess has been delisted ever since, because I don't fucking see it on the PlayStation Store. I've ever since wanted to actually buy that game. Why is this head blown blue? I don't get it. I've ever since that video wanted to actually go back and maybe purchase that game, but it just disappeared from the PlayStation Store. And there never have been like a bigger budget Adventure Time game, obviously, but there has been some lower budget Adventure Time video games, and those are pretty cool too. And there's this one called Pirate, like some kind of pirate adventure. I played it for a little bit. It's like an open world RPG with puzzle solving, and you basically travel on a ship. It's like the land of Wu was flooded for some reason. And yeah, I can't wait to get to the episodes that like really dwell into the deep lore of this fucking series, because that's the thing I missed out on as a kid. I would watch like an episode with the lemon people, which was pretty fucking weird all of the time. Wasn't that like an episode with the lemon guy who was like a spawn of Princess Bubblegum, but then he rebelled and built his own kingdom? And then he ended up having like a twin brother that was supposed to balance him out because he's so insane. But he got into a scuffle with him, and like I think he straight up ate him. For a kid's cartoon, this cartoon was really not afraid to delve into some really messed up shit. And I like that because it kind of reminds me, maybe that will sound funny, but it reminds me about stuff like mythologies, like the Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology, Norse mythology, kind of a bunch of mythologies, right? Like, I don't know, in ancient times, I guess people weren't afraid to depict their gods in these fairy tales, pretty much, as just fucked up, deranged psychopaths. Same with this cartoon, it's not afraid to depict a character that's just, like, insane. Such as Ice King. Clearly fucking crazy. He does later end up having a redeeming backstory with Marceline and stuff like that. That much I do remember. Something about the Ice King's backstory being really sad and deeper than expected. But I don't really get the backstory of his crown. Some like godlike being created that crown? I don't know, but I'm probably gonna finish watching season 2 today and also do some challenges in this game. Damn it, last episode I did this really cool thing where Mizutsune was trying to run away and I kept on fucking wailing on it until it just died. Until like I hit it once and it stopped moving for some reason and then I skinned it alive. Or I guess it was dead, I don't know. So I didn't really point out how cool Master Kag looks. Did I? I only said that last time Master Kag looked really evil, where he was like black and red. Now I made him all white and blue, so he looks like a good Master Kag now. Yeah, I'm gonna let him run away. Just a little bit, maybe I can set up a trap around here. Oh Jesus. That attack is fucking crazy. With the front foot and hits you with a tail. Oh Jesus. He gets pretty aggressive towards the end and his attacks are quite unpredictable. Oh shit. Good thing I was flat on my face, drowning in the water. Otherwise I would have been a kill. He hits you with water so hard it sets you on a flame. That's pretty fucking crazy. Nice. We can wrap up 2 more quests maybe this episode, because I have some of these quests where you're just tasked with killing like small monsters.
That's my partner.
And I completely forgot about them because they're like on the bottom of my quest list. But I haven't done them, so I have to. Oh, also, just in case I haven't shown you, like, you can't capture fish with a net. It's a much more efficient way of fishing. Wait, did I capture that?
Researching endemic.
There we go, see? You don't need to use that stupid fishing rod. And someone told me in the comments about this, but I knew about it. It's just that for that specific quest, I really did need it to use a fishing rod, otherwise it wouldn't count. Okay, that fish is immune to the net. That's a rock, not a fish. I'm fucking stupid. Man, I'm so dumb. I've seen like a trend recently in Minecraft YouTube space, because I get a lot of Minecraft videos recommended to me, because I watched a couple before, and there's like a trend. 100 days in survival. You know, more and more often I'm thinking about doing a Minecraft Let's Play. It's just that, I don't know, man. Like, if I started a Let's Play, I would probably finish it, because that's kind of how I am. Once I start something, I like to finish it. But in case of Minecraft, I would want to first play it on my own, just to kind of remind myself how the fuck to play that game. Pretty sure these are the low rank quests, right? We gotta go to... where is it? Yeah, these are the low rank quests. Are these the high rank quests? Yeah, I guess over here somewhere is where the low rank quests end, and the first high rank quest we had was the one to kill Froggy. So we still have a Raffian to kill, a Rumpompolo, Mysterious Poison, we did that, an Arcilla, the Shagma, Rafflos, we got plenty of like small dumbass fucking things to kill. Alright, but I want to kill these guys, the shrimps. You know what's another monster that doesn't seem to appear on the map? The black flame octopus. Remember those guys? Like Raymond already appears on the map and you can just kind of kill him if you want, but the black flame octopus thing, whatever its real name was, I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't appear on the map. Oh, I got paralyzed. Well, I think he might be immune to flashbangs as he's the flashbang monster. Sometimes I utilize these quests to hunt down a bigger monster that happens to be hanging out, while my true objective is to hunt down the small ones. But this time I truly don't give a shit. I just want to hunt down these guys. So yeah. Also, I think, I don't know, I watch a bunch of Adventure Time. I'm really into it, and I don't know, I have a feeling I might end up watching like all of it in one go. But I think there's like Adventure Time movies, there's like these shorter movies, and there's also like Adventure Time spin-offs about Fiona and Cake. And I'm just not sure where did these go in the continuity, because I would like to watch this in a chronological continuity. Even though the chronological continuity already might be up to question, because I noticed something in Season 1.
Already when you are.
That there's an episode with the elephant lady, right? Might not call them by their normal names, because I'm watching a dubbed version, and dubbed is really good, by the way. And she eats an apple, right, and blows up, but in reality it turns out in Season 2 they revealed that she was actually transported to a crystal dimension, which apparently is where all the unicorns are from, I think, and there's also like crystal people there. And can you get off, please? There's also die. Thank you, Sweetwater. Sweetwater fucking murdered him. Good job, Sweetwater. You're the best. And there's also...
What you think we'll find?
And there's an episode after Lady Elephant is dead. Or at least presumably dead at that point. Oh, jeez. There's an episode later where Marceline is keep taking over where Finn and Jake's house is, because it turns out she just kind of like, since she's super old, she's kind of lived everywhere for a while. So Finn and Jake move to a cave and throw a party, only to force Marceline to show up and ruin it. And she reveals, and during the party, Lady Elephant is dancing there, like she should be dead at that point. So clearly, this episode takes place before that one. So, I don't know, I would like to watch some kind of lore, maybe continuity, explanation. There's also plenty of episodes that delve into characters' past. So those most certainly are interesting, you know, like the episode with the Ice King, where it was revealed that he's like a father figure to Marceline or something, but he kind of went insane that took his crown. I think that was the case, right? I don't know, I'm kind of getting really into it. And yeah, I love it. I love it, that cartoon. Fuck yeah. Fossils here. You know, sometimes when you pick up items in this game, you pick up stuff like sleep herbs. And like, yeah, sleep herbs are for tranquilizer bombs, it makes sense. But then you pick up shit like ancient fossils. And it's like, what the fuck can I use ancient fossils to make? Is there anything that requires me to make anything that requires ancient fossils to be made? Maybe that's like an armor set. Maybe the high rank bone armor set requires ancient fossils. That would make sense. Or like another armor set that just kind of has a bony look to it. I don't know. Catch a Whopper? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Maybe next episode we'll catch a Whopper. I never been to a Burger King, by the way, so I can't make a joke about the Whopper. Because I don't know what the fuck the Whopper tastes like. And yeah, I've already been eating very little since I don't fucking pass by a McDonald's on my fucking way from work because I'm not going to work. But I also haven't been really moving a lot, so if I keep this up where I basically just eat like sandwiches for breakfast and a soup for dinner, and that's pretty much all I eat throughout the day. But I've also would like maybe start exercising. Like I said, I wanted to start riding a bike like I used to do a while back. Because I really don't want to start running, because I've been fucking forced to run every morning for the past year, and I just kind of fucking hate running now, and my legs are fucking killing me nonstop. So yeah, I don't know, I think I would enjoy riding a bike a lot more. I would go on some long trips, listen to some music early in the morning. I think I'm gonna start next week. So yeah, see you fellas in the next episode. Bye.